can see these are two identical sensors. This one is old. You can see here it says Continental, and on top of it it says BMW right there, and the number. So this is an old that I pulled out of my 2008 328. This is a new sensor that I bought off of the eBay. Same as Continental. So this sensor, although it wasn't really oily inside the connectors, there were maybe just a little bit of oil. But the problem with this sensor was that the shaft that this inserts into the eccentric shaft, this sensor is bent. As you can see, it is bent right here at this point. This screw, it is bent, and I don't know if it's visible or not, but it also has a crack here, and it has a crack right here in the corner. I don't know if it's visible or not. So this was the main reason why my Beamer was throwing those codes. Cylinder 1 Misfire, cylinder 5, 6 Misfire, and I've done all the things. I swapped the coils, I even replaced the injectors, all 6 of them, all brand new spark plugs. On the forums and on YouTube I found interesting videos and write-ups on how these sensors can go bad. So my suggestion is to, if you have any issues with your Beamer and it shows the misfire on certain cylinders and you have swapped and replaced the parts, this is it. If you do decide and if you find that your sensor is bad, you have any cracks, or like in my case it was bent, it was cracked in few places, please do yourself a favor, replace the valve cover gasket and the valve cover itself when you do pull out the sensor. Most straight sixes or 6-cylinder Beamers, they do tend to leak, especially with a plastic valve cover. You do need to replace the bolts each time you remove the valve cover. The valve cover itself was $90 or $85 on eBay, and this is a better reproduction of a BMW. This is a brand. If you can read this, and to make sure that the oil is not seeping through this gasket here, which is, it's for this sensor, the eccentric shaft sensor. One of the reasons why this failed is because of the heat and cold, because of the oil which is not replaced too often, and because the oil seeps through the gasket, gets inside those connectors and gets inside the sensor, and Beamers fail with the misfire. Another one is this system. This is a PCV system. Also gets a bed wrap with an old valve cover. The oil starts to seep through either underneath or on top. And this notorious gasket as well. This is the eccentric motor gasket, which will leak more often than most of the straight sixes. So this cover, this valve cover, did come with bolts, main gasket, and 2 gaskets. So actually it's 3 gaskets. So 1 gasket for 2 sparks, another gasket here, another gasket for this, so 3 gaskets, and an eccentric motor gasket as well. You know, I got really curious to see, since I know this sensor is bent. Wonder what happened to it. You can see it from this angle. I don't know if you can see it, but it's bent here. It looks like the shaft actually kind of made a pattern. Here was trying to go on one of the walls on the bottom of the sensor. If it's visible from this end that it's bent, you can certainly see it from this angle. It's bent. This here, this part here, which sits on the bottom, is bent. Like I said, there were 2 cracks. One of the one that holds the bolt, and one right here where it meets the cube. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and break right there where the crack is and see if there's any oil inside. See how easy it was to break. Well, in any case, don't know if the oil is in there, but let me just keep breaking it and we'll get to the bottom of this. Parts flying out. I'm not sure. Maybe there's oil, maybe there's not oil. But the fact that it was bent, it was probably sending the wrong parameters to the computer, since it wasn't really sitting right on the shaft. I've seen some videos on YouTube where guys actually disassemble the sensor, this plate. There might be some oil underneath the plate, because of the heat cycles, hot and cold cycle. The oil just gets in there and it creates all sorts of problems for the sensor and not sending the right data. And again, on top of it, if the gasket is not sealing, or the oil somehow gets inside the connectors here, it would also give you the wrong parameters to the computer, and you'll get the misfire. Oh well, $70, way worth spent.